Hello, everybody. Long time no see. I get this, want to make another update. So let's see, where do we start? Okay, so I have scheduled my PACT exam. Today is, it's actually a month from today. It's on November 20th. I was getting really impatient and I wanted to go ahead and do it now, but my husband was like, no, I know how you freak out, so just wait. Take your time, keep studying for it, because the math always freaks me out, and that's the one thing that I have the most trouble with. So I scheduled it for November 20th. Let's see, I'm trying to think of what all I wanted to let you know. Okay, so the state of Texas, being the wonderful state that it is, has come out with another certification exam. So now I'm up to 5. So I'll have to take the PACT exam to get into Texas Teachers. And then once I do all my coursework and stuff like that, then I'll have to take the Texas exam to get my probationary teaching certificate. And then I have to take, I forget what it's called. It's some teaching excellence, something in reading or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's I don't know. It's this other exam that we have to take. And then we have to take the PPR. And then if I still want to do, I can't think right now. If I still want to do special education, then I'll have to take another exam for that. And apparently you can take that exam before you get your teaching certificate. So I'm going to start looking into that. I started kind of briefly looking into it yesterday. I was going to try to find a book that I could get to study. But there's exciting news. I was supposed to have an interview today, right now, actually, and I called the school and they rescheduled me for Thursday, so that's okay, for a teacher's aide for special ed, which is so exciting. I am so excited. And so I posted it on this Texas Teachers page, Facebook page that I'm a member of. And this girl got on there and just immediately started making all these negative comments. Was like, our job sucks and we don't get paid enough and we wipe butts for a living, and just being super, super negative. And anybody that posted a positive comment, she got on there and was just like, well, I'm glad you're having fun with it, but our job sucks. And I was like, calm down. I posted this because I'm excited. I have a job interview for special education, and she's just like, yeah, well, it sucks and our pay sucks. And everybody's on there okay, well, she didn't make this post for you to come on here and talk about how your job sucks. Most of us like our jobs. So yeah, the pay isn't great, but that's not why we do this job. Being a teacher doesn't pay great, but people still teach anyways, because it's not the pay, it's the purpose. I'm sorry, my nose keeps running. But anyways, yeah, so my interview was supposed to be today. And I called the school and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I meant to call you. We rescheduled it for Thursday. And I have the email pulled up on my screen, and I was like, duh. I was like, it's right there in front of me. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't even look at the date. I was looking at the time. And I was like, I just wanted to double check the time, because yesterday we said 12 and the thing says 1. And she was like, oh yeah, no, it's on Thursday. And I'm like, duh, it says it right there, October 22nd. But yesterday, and my craziness, I had to run out to Sally's really quick because my hair was platinum blonde. It had been blue and purple, and I was like, there's no way I can get a job like that. And in my current job, a customer asked me if I had cancer because I always have my head wrapped up, and he was like, oh, I've been praying for you, I hope you're okay. And he was like, but I see a purple bun sticking out. And I was like, oh my gosh. What?
Maybe some water.
Okay. It's okay.
And I cleaned it up.
Thank you.
And look.
Good job. Okay.
And I used this one.
Good job. Okay, can you go back in the other room, please? Thank you. Close the door.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you need some water?
No, ma'am.
Do you have some?
No. Yes, I do. Thank you.
But if you want to, I'll just get you some.
Okay, thank you. She's so sweet, but I hope she doesn't do that during my interview. She just busts up in the room. Hey, I poured myself some water. Do you need some? I spilled some, but I cleaned it up. She's so funny, but she's so sweet. But I told them whenever I have, my chin looks huge. What's up with this? Okay. But yes. I told them that whenever they whenever I have my interview, like they can't be running around screaming and like terrorizing the dog, and then she just busts in the room. But anyways, yeah, so my hair was blue and purple, and one of my patients asked if I had cancer, and he was like, but I see your purple bun sticking out, and oh, I thought you were losing your hair, and I was so worried. I was like, thank you for your concern. But, you know, and I knew having that head wrap on made me look like I had cancer, and then customers started thinking the same thing, and I was like, oh my god. So I bleached it out. And then my hair was like platinum blonde yesterday, and it made me look ridiculous. So I ran out to Sally's and I got some dark brown hair dye and some like dark red, you know, because I wanted to do like a two-tone for fall. And then it looks black and like, I don't know what color this looks like. But anyways, and then they rescheduled my interview. But it's okay, because I like my hair. It's really cute. But anyways, yeah, so I'm super excited for my interview. I'm hoping that starting this can kind of get my foot in the door. What's funny about it is that I applied and I submitted my application, and it was like, okay, well, finish, you know, to finish your application process, like submit your transcripts, your college transcripts, your resume, and your college diploma or GED, whatever. And so I'm uploading those, like I'm clicking and, you know, putting them on there. I haven't even submitted those yet. And the school calls me. It's like, hey, my principal just got your application and they're so excited and they want to interview you tomorrow. And I was like, I submitted my application like 30 minutes ago. And she was like, yeah, but she was a little concerned she didn't see your resume. And I was like, I'm doing it right now. Like, I swear. Like, I'm still applying. I haven't even finished it. She's like, okay, that's fine. I'll tell her it's coming. And I was like, holy crap. So I am a little worried though, because it's for a paraprofessional. So I'm kind of just hoping to get my foot in the door at a school, you know, to get some experience. I'm hoping that I'll get to observe some classes while I'm at it. The paraprofessional for the special education is for life skills. So from what I've heard, especially from that negative girl yesterday, you're mostly dealing with the kids that are like nonverbal, they're in wheelchairs, like the extreme. What is that? Something on my dresser keeps moving. I just moved a bunch of crap, so it's probably about to fall. And so I told my daughter, I was like, hey, so you remember she said that there was a kid in her school that's like in a wheelchair, and one of them doesn't talk and they have to like wheel her around. I was like, yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing. And she was like, that's so awesome. Like, you're going to do great. And she's so supportive. I love it. We try to do the same for them too. Like, I want them to be like supportive and to know that they have a good support system behind them as well. But yeah, so I'm really excited for this interview, and I really hope I get it. If I do, that would be great. I am going to tell them, I think I put it in my interview, my application, that I am about to apply for Texas Teachers, so I literally just have to take my PACT exam. Like, I want to go out and just do it today and get it over with. But I can reschedule though, so I might reschedule it and move it up a little bit, but I can't do that. My husband already requested off that day. Anyways, so I'm gonna take the PACT exam, and I'm hoping to just, for the spring, get through Texas Teachers, get through the whole program, and then hopefully be in my own classroom by the fall. Whether that's special education, whether it's 1st or 2nd grade, which is what I really want to do. Hopefully COVID will be gone by then and we can have kids like in person, because this online crap is for the birds. Like, it's not fun. My oldest is doing virtual classes and it's a pain in the butt. Like, today we got her a brand new computer like a week ago and it's had issues. It's just being ridiculous. I'm trying to see if I can get on here. Blah, blah, blah. That's not it. I did find my post though with those negative comments on it. Let me see. Let me just read you some of this girl's comments. This is ridiculous. Come on. So everybody was like, that's so awesome. I hope you get it. That's so cool. Good luck. Congratulations. That's awesome. And then this girl gets on here. Big comment. Because a SPED para doesn't pay but maybe $19,000 a year, and you will be shocked by all the stuff that a para does. You have to tube feed, change diapers, sometimes get hit, do CPI restraints. I'm a para and I love my kids, but it's a lot of work for little pay. The upside is that you have a great schedule. So that's not too bad, right? So, and then this person comments and it said, I disagree. It all depends on your SPED position. I was a SPED para, but for the kids with autism, I did have to do CPI restraints, but it wasn't a lot. And yes, you do get hit. I did this for 9 years. It isn't much pay, but I made between 20 and 21,000, but it's so rewarding. So somebody got on there and said, you can tell someone wants to complain. And then she got on there again. Thank you. And then she said again, some people don't know what they're getting themselves into and what paraprofessionals actually do. Complaining, yes, the pay sucks for the job we do. It's more difficult to find paraprofessionals because of the pay and the jobs performed. And some people hearted that. I'm like, why? And then she said, plus, SPED never gets subs to work when you need a day off. And somebody said, our school gets subs for our paras, and we all have SPED paras. Paraprofessionals is what they're talking about. So somebody else said, congratulations, my para and I are doing great. Good luck out there. I said, thank you. And then Negative Nancy gets on there again. I'm sure you're doing great, but I bet your para is struggling paycheck to paycheck. I'm like, why do you have to get on there and be a negative freaking Nancy? And then she gets on there again. That's so funny. I just saw this comment. Congrats. I didn't mean to be a negative Nancy. It's just I wanted you to know what you're getting into, because sometimes during the hiring process, principals don't explain all the duties that a para is expected to do. Good luck to you. I didn't even see that comment. Somebody said, you weren't negative. It's good to have insight or different perspectives. Yeah. I didn't mean to be a negative Nancy. Yeah, you did. Don't even pull this bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, I was really excited, and then this girl gets on there, and she's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, get over yourself. Anyways, yeah, so, like, I'm super excited. I don't remember what this dadgum test is. Let me see. I want to figure out what it's called so I can tell you. So like my very first video that I put on here was incorrect. It wasn't my very first video, but I did say that you don't have to take the Texas exam and that you're taking the PACT instead. That was not correct. The PACT is a pre-admission certification test. And so they're just testing you over reading, writing, and math just to make sure that like you can handle what they're going to throw at you. You're not like completely illiterate, which I mean, I have like a whole backstory. I'm not illiterate. I have my college degree, but math is definitely not my strong suit. Definitely. Enrollment costs. I have $100 worth. What? You may have had. This is like one of my biggest pet peeves. You may have had, not may of. OF. Should of. No, it's should have. What? Girl's been in class for 10 minutes, gets out of her chair and comes in and asks me what year I was born. Jesus. Whenever spring semester starts again, so every 9 weeks her school sends out, this video is so boring, I'm sorry, I'm just like rambling, but I haven't done one of these in a long time and I really like doing them. So the first 9 weeks, like you have to sign up to do either virtual or in person. And then the next 9 weeks, they send out another thing for you to do virtual or in person. Excuse me. And I was like, it's still so early in the school year, you know, just for October, let me just keep her virtual because I don't want anything to happen. And then I was like, there's going to be so many parents that are fed up with the virtual that there's going to be like a large influx of students going back in person, and I feel like the COVID risk is just going to like shoot up in her school. So far we've only gotten one notification of a COVID case from her school. Everybody's playing it safe. They have like really good measures set, you know, to keep everybody safe. But whenever the next one starts, I'm gonna send her back because just she does not pay attention. She just gets out of her seat randomly. Like, she doesn't go to the bathroom on her breaks. She opts to get up in the middle of class and turn off her camera and go to the bathroom in the middle of class. And I'm like, don't do that, because then I hear her teacher yelling at her like, you can't just get up and turn this off. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to find just 90-day school days to get the perspective. The pre-service requirements and observations don't include weekend days too. The program never gave me an actual deadline date, and I feel extremely overwhelmed that I may not make the 90-day date requirement if it's including the weekends too. How are you supposed to do in-service on the weekends? There's no school on the weekends. I called and asked. I was told it's 90 days in the classroom, so not weekends. But I definitely thought there was a lack of clarity. Dude. You would think. Common sense. I'm sorry if that's rude, but should have. Oh my gosh. Like, I want to get in there, start this stuff, and finish it. Like, I'm so impatient. I want to get in there, get all my Texas teacher stuff done, get in a classroom, and just like be done with it. But no. There's gotta do everything in a certain order. It drives me bonkers. I know I didn't imagine this. Look. TEA. New exam. New exam for 2021. Pre-K through 6, blah, blah, blah. STR, the Science of Teaching Reading is what it's called. The Science of Teaching Reading. apparently there's a science behind teaching a kid how to read. House Bill 3, passed during the 86 Texas legislature, established the requirement that all teacher candidates who teach students in grades pre-K through 6 demonstrate proficiency in the science of teaching reading on a new standalone certification exam. This requirement takes effect January 1st, 2021. So I was really irritated by this because whenever I heard that it was coming out, let me just give you a little clarification on here on who this affects, because apparently it doesn't affect everybody. It's just anybody teaching pre-K through 6. So if you're teaching high school, this doesn't apply to you. So the STR exam will be required for the issuance of 5 certification fields. Early childhood through grade 3. Core subjects with science of teaching reading, early childhood, EC through 6, which is what I was planning to take, but I may as well do EC through 3. I don't know. Core subjects with science of teaching reading, grades 4 through 8. So core 4 through 8, you'll have to take it. ELA 4 through 8, you'll have to take it. ELA.
You said you've been kicked off the meeting.
Social studies 4 through 8, you'll have to take it. Hey.
Goodbye. Oh.
My gosh. When spring opens up, she's going back. Anyways, let me pause this. Okay, sorry about that. So somehow she got kicked out of her meeting or whatever. But yeah, so I'm not. But that's about all I've got. So I am gonna end that here, I guess. I will check back in after my interview on Thursday, and just to let you know how it goes, any information that they give me in case anybody else is interested in doing the same thing. What, I have a dimple right here. Interesting. So just in case anybody else is interested in applying for the same position or whatever, you know, just to kind of let you know what goes into it, I guess, aside from what I just read you from Negative Nancy's comments. Anyways, bye guys.